Welcome to the 900 subscriber special of the Japanese female rock channel. Today is a very special day for us, and none of this would be possible without you. Every like, comment, share, and of course, each subscription has brought us to this point. There are 900 hearts beating, along with our passion for music and the power of women in Japanese rock. In this video, we'll dive into a very special interview between two giants of Japanese rock, GLAY and BAND-MAID. We'll get a behind-the-scenes look at the challenges and dreams that drive these incredible bands. This is a gift to all of you who have been with us on this journey. So, grab your headphones, get ready to enjoy this unique conversation, and once again, thank you so much for being part of this ride. You are the true heart of this channel. GLAY Interview. Two bands continuing to pursue the dream of rock in their first joint interview, Music Natalie Special Interview. The recently concluded anime Grendizer U featured GLAY as the creators of the opening theme and BAND-MAID responsible for the ending theme. To celebrate the release of new albums from both bands, which share the same record label, Music Natalie arranged a special interview. The interview included Teru and Hisashi, guitar, from GLAY, who handled the band's connections with anime and games, alongside BAND-MAID's Kobato Miku, guitar voice, Saiki, vocals, and Kanami, guitar, who is also the band's composer. They discussed various topics, including their impressions of each other, the process of creating the music for Grendizer U, and the joy of continuing their journeys as bands. You both performed on the same day at Summer Sonic 2024 in Makuhari. We've seen the photo you took together on social media, but what were your first impressions of one another? Hisashi mentioned, "My initial impression was influenced by their visual style. I wondered, what kind of music do they play? It was a bit perplexing at first." Teru added, "The first time we crossed paths was at an event in Taiwan. I was aware they were quite popular back then. The idea of an all-female band dressed in Gothic Lolita style was quite unique to me. But when we met, they were exactly as I expected. Some members were very extroverted, while others were more reserved. I found that fascinating." Kobato Miku responded, "Exactly!" What were your impressions of each other's musical performances after seeing each other live? Hisashi noted, "While my first impression was visual, hearing their performance blew me away with the power of their music." Teru remarked, "You wouldn't expect their sound to be so heavy." Hisashi continued, "After just one performance, you become a fan. The dynamics among the members are incredible. It resonates particularly with guys from our generation." Teru added, "We caught performance at Summer Sonic, and I realized they possessed the confidence to perform internationally." Saiki responded, "I'm thrilled to hear that." For BAND-MAID, GLAY was already an established band before your music careers began, right? Kanami confirmed, "Yes, it's impossible not to know them." Saiki shared, "I grew up listening to GLAY since I was born." Teru chuckled, "That makes perfect sense," laughs. Kobato remarked, "GLAY's music has always been part of our lives, like a soundtrack to our daily experiences." Saiki added, "I never imagined we'd have the opportunity to meet them in person, let alone do an interview like this. I wish I could tell my younger self," laughs. Kanami mentioned, "When I first picked up the guitar, the first song I played live was However." Teru and Hisashi exclaimed, Kobato joked, "Young Kanami would be in shock." Saiki laughed. "When we first met them, it felt surreal, like, wow, they really exist." Kanami agreed, "Exactly, they're real." Kobato added, "At the event in Taiwan, we were thinking, can we really be here with them?" Saiki recalled, "We were so nervous, it felt like we were sweating bullets." Hisashi commented, "But BAND-MAID has already played at Lollapalooza, a rock festival held in Chicago, USA. You're veterans on the international stage." Kobato, Saiki, and Kanami laughed. No, laughs. Saiki concluded, "It's amazing that such incredible artists think we're incredible. That's the most amazing part of all." Similarities between GLAY and BAND-MAID. Are there any musical styles or approaches that resonate between the two bands? Something you admire or identify with in one another? Hisashi shared, "When I watched Grendizer U and heard BAND-MAID's Protect You as the ending theme, I felt it was such a meticulously crafted song. I could really relate to the dedication they put into their creative process." Teru added, BAND-MAID's consistency in maintaining their brand and concept is something we also resonate with. In GLAY, we hold our brand and each member's role in high regard. Hisashi continued, "You have a well-defined identity and maintain it firmly, which is commendable." Saiki expressed gratitude, saying, "Thank you." Kobato remarked, "From our perspective, the friendship and harmony among GLAY's members, both on stage and in daily life, is something we admire. We're also very close as a band, and we hope to continue that way, following your example." Saiki noted, "We're so close that some people find it unusual, perhaps." Teru asked, "Really?" Kobato responded, "We always go out to eat together, all 5 of us." Kanami inquired, "You guys do that in GLAY too, right?" Hisashi confirmed, "Yeah, nobody ever declines." Kobato added, "It's the same with BAND-MAID. If someone says, 'Let's go eat,' everyone goes. If someone suggests, 'Let's go drink,' everyone joins in." Hisashi added, "Even for post-show gatherings?" Kobato confirmed, "Yes, sometimes just among the members." Teru concluded, "We share that similarity." Saiki noted, "The friendship among band members is essential for staying in music, so we want to keep learning from you." Sure. Here's the text rewritten to identify the actions of the interviewees whenever they speak, with the colons removed after their names. When BAND-MAID was creating the ending theme song, Protect You, how did you discuss the sound and lyrical themes? Kanami explained that when they create a song, she's usually the one who makes the main structure and gives it to the members with a, "Please arrange this." But this time, the story of Grendizer U was a bit complex. Kobato added that it seemed hard to interpret, so they asked for scripts and other materials to understand it better, and she explained the details as they progressed. Kanami shared that she even asked her dad, "Did you ever watch the anime Grendizer?" She noted that they didn't receive specific instructions from the anime team about the music's style, but they knew that the way a song starts influences the audience's perception of the work. So they thought of creating an intro that would capture the serious atmosphere of the anime while bringing BAND-MAID's signature style with impactful melodies and instrumentation. Hisashi remarked that the intro is captivating, right? Kanami responded, "Thank you, I was trembling." Kobato joked, "She's trembling with joy." Teru inquired, "Who came up with the intro?" Proudly stated, "I did." Kobato explained that the idea was to create something the audience could sing along with right from the start. She continued that, as for the lyrics, they were told they'd be happy if the theme focused on the 2 heroines, Thorona Aqua Vega and Rubina Beryl Vega, so they thought the theme should be about protection, not attack. That's why they titled it Protect You. She emphasized that they knew there were many fans of the original series, so she researched the Grendizer manga, watched all the anime, and available films to find keywords. GLAY's opening theme, Kaishin no Ichigeki, which has the theme of attack, and BAND-MAID's ending theme, Protect You, with the theme of protection, ended up being opposites. Was that a coincidence? Teru confirmed, "That's true." Kobato expressed, "We were surprised at how well they matched." During the recording of the vocal parts, did you have any concerns about singing according to the theme of the work? Stated that he thought he saw it more as a GLAY song than a Grendizer U theme song. He mentioned that lately, he's been focusing on singing in a way that makes the lyrics clearer to the listeners. He reflected, "I thought there probably aren't many 50-year-old vocalists who sing this clearly." That worked perfectly for an anime theme. Saiki, did you have any special considerations when recording Protect You? Noted that since the lyrics are based on 2 heroines, there were parts she could relate to as a woman, and she expressed her feelings directly. But, just like Teru, she wanted to deliver this song as a BAND-MAID song, so she sang with their usual intensity without losing their identity. Back to the pops, doing what we love most. Both GLAY and BAND-MAID will release new albums soon. Let's start by talking about GLAY's album, Back to the Pops, which will be released on October 9th. Teru explained that Takuro wanted to create something pop and simple, so they used the working title, Back to the Pops. When they finished the album and needed to choose the official title, he sent other options, but Hisashi, Jiro, and he were already used to this title, so they decided to keep it. Hisashi, added that they had gotten used to it. During recording, they thought, if this is the direction, we'll approach it this way. So the title ended up shaping the process. When I saw the title, it reminded me of GLAY's first major album, Speed Pop, 1995. It gives a sense of going back to your roots in the band's 30th anniversary year. Teru mentioned that Takuro said something like that too. He reflected that the music they listened to in the 80s and 90s, when they were teenagers, is still deeply ingrained in them and influences them to this day. He noted that Hisashi handled many of the arrangements this time. When he added guitars to Takuro's demos, they brought a familiar feeling, similar to the guitars of that era, which aligns with the concept of Back to the Pops. At the same time, the album carries the maturity of 30 years of band experience. Teru joked, maybe it's because we used expensive guitars and microphones. Hisashi explained that it's actually more about knowing what to add or take away. He noted that they've learned when it's necessary to highlight something or keep it simple, and that balance reflects 30 years of experience. I think the album encapsulates everything GLAY fans expect. Said, we put in everything we most wanted to do. I think fans will feel a similar atmosphere to the album's speed pop and beat out. GLAY, a band in constant evolution. BAND-MAID, did you listen to GLAY's new album? Kobato replied, yes, the songs are varied, and each one has that GLAY touch. Even with the familiarity, the album brings new surprises. It's a record full of GLAY's charm. Konami stated that it's an album that shows how the band is constantly evolving. She shared that as a composer, she also pays attention to things like the use of synthesizers and effects, and she learned a lot about how to balance the sounds to highlight the main instruments. Hisashi commented that he used to load songs with sounds too, responded, really? I want to achieve that kind of balance in the future. Sa added, we want to follow your example. As a vocalist, I admire Teru's powerful voice. He sings everything, and even after so many years, his voice is still amazing. Let me know if you need any more adjustments. Here's the text rewritten to identify the actions of the interviewees whenever they speak, with the colons removed after their names. Let's talk about BAND-MAID's new album, Epic Narratives, released on September 25th. This is your first full-length work since the EP Unleash, released in September 2022. Kobato mentioned that the EP Unleash had the theme of liberation from the COVID-19 pandemic. So for this album, they thought about how to continue the story from that point. Konami explained that until now, she used to write songs thinking about what fans would want to hear and the concept of maids playing hard rock. However, when they started working on this album, she wanted to focus more on her own feelings. She reflected that during the pandemic, they went through many hardships and sadness, but they also experienced the joy of finally being able to perform live shows again. She noted that the songs on this album reflect those emotions. Saiki shared that after Unleash, they realized how important it is to enjoy the process, and they agreed with the direction Konami wanted to take. Kobato pointed out that in this album, Saiki wrote more lyrics, which she thinks brings a new side of the group to the fans. Saiki commented that it's not easy to talk about this after GLAY celebrates their 30th anniversary, but BAND-MAID has also reached 10 years. With that, they celebrated this milestone with their fans and put some of their determination for the future into this new work. The focus on your own emotions, rather than sending messages to others, is also reflected in the album's title, Epic Narratives, which means accounts of grand and inspiring experiences. Confirmed that exactly. They wanted to include a statement of commitment to their fans, not only in the music, but also in the album title and cover, creating an epic narrative. Kobato added that each track has its own story, and they wanted the album to have the feel of a city where many stories connect and coexist. Saiki explained that the idea was to expand this city, and that's the concept behind the cover. Stated, that's what the cover conveys. Kobato agreed, saying that Saiki suggested the idea of a city full of connected stories rather than a closed narrative, so they proposed several ideas and came up with this cover. The process of writing lyrics. How did writing more lyrics affect you, Psyche? Sake reflected that it changed her a lot. She mentioned that Teru said she's extroverted, but in her lyrics, she's the opposite. Laughs. She tries to use that difference as a strength. Joked that unlike her passion for the album, they decided the order of the songs on their new album by drawing lots. Psyche and Konami exclaimed, "What? Really?" Kobato shared that she read about that in an interview. Laughs. She thought it was very interesting and fun. Suggested, "Let's do the same for our 30th anniversary." Hisashi remarked that interestingly, the final order turned out perfect. He explained that they did it like a card game, even including a revolution that reversed the track order. Laughs. How about asking each other some questions? What would GLAY like to ask BAND-MAID? Expressed curiosity about their international experiences. Sushi added that for sure, they're the international sisters. Kobato inquired if traveling internationally is expensive, right? Confirmed that yes, GLAY must spend more because of their elaborate productions, right? Clarified that actually, the problem isn't the productions but transportation. He mentioned they prefer flying rather than driving to avoid getting tired. Psyche shared that on their last tour, they traveled by bus, sleeping and living on the bus throughout the tour. Hisashi noted that sounds like a huge challenge. He asked what difficulties they faced on international tours. Kobato responded that food was difficult at first. Psyche explained that so they started bringing rice and miso soup that could be prepared in the microwave. Teru imagined that they eat a lot after a show. Kobato confirmed, more than you can imagine. The international tours were intense, right? Commented that he saw the schedule for their 2022 US tour. He noted it was super tight with almost no breaks. Kobato explained that they tried to visit new places and do as many shows as possible. Psyche shared that Philadelphia was complicated due to safety concerns. They told them not to walk alone on the streets after the shows. BAND-MAID, what would you like to ask GLAY? Konami stated that GLAY has many songs that everyone in Japan knows. She mentioned that they want to reach that level too. She asked how they create such memorable melodies and lyrics. Do they discuss that as a band? Isao replied that no, they don't discuss it. Laughs. Each of them does what they like, and the result is what you hear. Asked, so we can keep doing what we love? Confirmed that yes, that's their strength. He advised that if they can identify what makes BAND-MAID unique, they're on the right track. How do you overcome challenges in the song arrangement process? Explained that they all go through that. Sometimes it's important to trust those who are more skilled with arrangements. Acknowledged that she sees, and they'll try new approaches. Encouraged that with 10 years as a band, maybe it's time to experiment with new methods. He concluded that they should keep chasing their dreams, and BAND-MAID will keep evolving. Let me know if you need any further adjustments. And with that, we wrap up another special video on the Japanese Female Rock channel. We hope you enjoyed this amazing interview between GLAY and BAND-MAID as much as we did. This exchange of ideas between legends of music shows us that, no matter the time or experience, dreams and passion for rock stay alive. We sincerely thank all 900 subscribers who are with us. Each of you is part of this passionate community for Japanese female rock, and we can't wait to see how far we'll go together. If you're not subscribed yet, join us on this journey, and let's keep growing this legion of fans of quality music. Don't forget to like the video, comment, and share your thoughts with us. You make all the difference. Until the next video, and as always, keep rocking.